Hi, I'm here with Eric Odeldal for and Dice, and we're talking about Mirror's Edge Catalyst today. I've just played the game, and it's really smooth, it's great free running experience, and less combat this time around. In fact, Faith can't even pick up a gun. Is that right?
No, she'll never pick up a gun through the whole game. So she relies on her feet and her hands to get around.
So a kind of real melee combat experience. Is it just simple sort of button prompts for punches and kicks, or?
It's a bit more complex. But it all relies on keeping your momentum. What we wanted to do was, since the whole game is about first-person movement and really getting that flow across the rooftops, the combat is also about that. So it's about combining the moves, all the moves you do, the parkour moves with the combat. So it's wall running, kicking, sliding, kicking, etc. And then we have some spice to that as well.
What is the spice? What is the secret sauce?
The secret sauce is how the different enemy archetypes behave when you do that. You know, what are their weak points, and also we have different attacks where you actually don't keep your flow, but rather transfer your momentum to them, i.e., kicking them into stuff and causing chain reactions and all that.
In the preview we saw one guy getting kicked quite forcefully out of a window. So Faith can potentially cause people to suffer quite bad ends?
Yes, like to think of her as, she's definitely not a killer. She doesn't kill people, but she does cause them serious bodily harm.
So I felt it was very smooth, the combat, the running across rooftops, transitioning from one surface to another.
Yeah.
How do you balance making that smooth with also having a range of objects? You know, you're building a big open world this time, it's not sort of linear levels.
No, it's a big city that you can free roam, and we've worked a lot with the animation systems. There's way more animations now, way more transitions between all the different states. So basically, what our philosophy has been: if you're standing somewhere and you look at something and it feels like you should be able to jump there, wall run there, whatever, you should be able to do that in whatever move you're in, since you can interact with everything in this world. So it's all based on metrics. It's all based on giving the player something that they can read. Right. Because you're moving at towards something at great speeds, so you need to be able to read it quickly. And we use metrics, of course, but we use colors, we use guidance. We have runner's vision. You might have seen that in the demo.
Yes.
The red color guiding you, etc.
Talking a little bit about the story. Obviously, it's a prequel. It tells Faith's origin story.
It's a reboot, so it's not necessarily a prequel. So what we've done is we're working with basically the parts of the world that we like, that we wanted to keep, that we wanted to build on. So Faith is there, the city is there, the whole oppressive regime, the whole corporate surveillance society is still there. We've just fleshed it out a lot. And what we want here is to have a stable base, a foundation that we can really build on. Hopefully many more games than this.
That would be lovely. Yeah. Why did you feel the need to wipe the slate clean? Was it because it had been some time since the previous?
I mean, when this comes out, it's been almost 8 years.
Yeah.
So there's that. But also, we didn't want to be tied down to some details.
Yeah.
So we just wiped the slate clean. But I do think that players of the first game, when they play this, they will notice, oh, so they did this with that thing, and they will recognize stuff.
Will there be co-op in the game, or is it just going to be a single-player experience?
There will be no co-op as we think of it, no.
And no competitive multiplayer either?
There will definitely be, not versus, not any shooting or fighting multiplayer like that, but more based on but there will be competitive multiplayer, absolutely.
So if it's not based on shooting, is it based on racing? Getting from A to B?
It's about racing and it's about flow. That's the core.
So can you hide things, like items for other people to find, or set challenges for other people to get to?
Potentially, yes.
Potentially, yeah. Will you ever see other people in your world, or is it sort of a more passive online interaction?
So other people as in other players?
So if another player comes into your world, just because obviously everyone is playing the game as Faith.
Maybe. Well, I'll wait with that as well. I'll have to wait a couple of. We'll talk more about that later at a later date.
Okay. Presumably you can't have two Faiths running around the world.
No.
That would look strange.
We don't want to have two Faiths.
No.
It's a story about one Faith.
Fair. Will the whole city be open for you to explore from the beginning, or will it be sort of, you feel like unlocked piece by piece?
It's not a big open sandbox from the beginning, so you will open it up, as you play the game.
Okay. And how does Faith's abilities change over the game? Does she increase the power of her jumps, or can she obtain gear that makes her more powerful, stronger?
So we have a character progression element in the game. I think we've mentioned we give her access to some gadgets, etc.
Yeah.
Stuff like that will change up how you move around in the game.
Presumably that might be tied into how areas are unlocked, if you can then reach them.
Potentially.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for your time, Eric. It's a
really nice meeting you.
Pleasure speaking with you, and we have a great E3.
Thank you. Thank you very much.